Section 422.31 of the National Electrical Code requires a disconnecting means for fixed appliances, encompassing both cooktops and built-in ovens. Firstly, considering cooktops, unless the appliance is cored and plug connected in accordance with Section 422.33b, a disconnecting means is mandatory. Breaker lockouts serve as a type of disconnecting means and therefore are required for fixed cooktops. Secondly, built-in ovens also fall under the purview of Section 422.31, necessitating a disconnecting means. Given that built-in ovens are not typically cored and plug-connected, breaker lockouts are a required safety measure. While the prevalence of breaker lockout installations varies based on local codes and contractor practices, inspectors are increasingly mandating them, particularly in new constructions and major renovations. A 2019 study by the Electrical Safety Foundation International (ESFI) revealed that only 33% of homes had breaker lockouts installed for their cooktops and ovens, highlighting a considerable opportunity to enhance electrical appliance safety through wider adoption. The implementation of breaker lockouts offers multiple safety advantages. 1. Breaker lockouts prevent accidental disconnection by securing the circuit breaker, which mitigates the risk of appliance malfunction and potential fire hazards. 2. When servicing or repairing an appliance, breaker lockouts ensure complete power disconnection, significantly reducing the likelihood of electrical shock or electrocution. 3. In numerous jurisdictions, codes mandate breaker lockouts for fixed appliances, such as cooktops and built-in ovens, ensuring regulatory compliance. Section 422.31 of the National Electrical Code (NEC) mandates a disconnecting means for fixed appliances. This requirement directly impacts the installation of cooktops and built-in ovens, necessitating a clear understanding of the code stipulations. For cooktops, the necessity of a breaker lockout hinges on the appliance's connection method. If the cooktop is hardwired, meaning it's directly connected to the electrical system without a plug, a breaker lockout is required. However, if the cooktop is connected via cord and plug, as permitted under Section 422.33b for certain ranges with removable drawers, a breaker lockout might not be strictly necessary, although it's still a recommended safety practice. Built-in ovens, in contrast to some cooktops, are almost always hardwired. Consequently, they invariably require a breaker lockout to comply with Section 422.31 of the NEC. The disconnecting means, in this case the breaker lockout, allows for safe servicing and maintenance by ensuring that the oven can be completely de-energized. The installation rate of breaker lockouts for these appliances varies across different regions and depends on local enforcement practices. Some jurisdictions have stricter interpretations and enforcement of the NEC, leading to higher adoption rates. Conversely, areas with less stringent enforcement may see lower rates of installation. Contractor practices also play a significant role. Some contractors prioritize safety and routinely install breaker lockouts, while others may only do so when explicitly required by code or requested by the homeowner. The ESFI study indicating that only a minority of homes have these lockouts underscores the need for greater awareness and adoption. The benefits of using breaker lockouts extend beyond mere code compliance. Firstly, they prevent accidental disconnections. In a busy household, it's easy for someone to inadvertently switch off the wrong breaker, potentially disrupting cooking or causing the oven to shut down mid-cycle. A breaker lockout physically prevents this from happening. Secondly, they enhance safety during servicing and repairs. When a technician is working on an appliance, they need to be absolutely certain that the power is disconnected. A breaker lockout provides this assurance, minimizing the risk of electrical shock. Thirdly, they improve overall electrical safety. By ensuring that appliances can be safely de-energized, breaker lockouts contribute to a safer home environment. In summary, while the specific requirements for breaker lockouts may vary depending on the connection method of the cooktop and local code interpretations, the underlying principle remains the same: enhanced safety and compliance with the NEC. Section 422.31 of the National Electrical Code (NEC) is paramount in understanding the requirements for disconnecting means for fixed appliances, including cooktops and built-in ovens. Diving into the specifics, firstly, cooktops necessitate a disconnecting means unless they are cord and plug connected in accordance with section 422.33b. Breaker lockouts, being a form of disconnecting means, become mandatory for fixed hardwired cooktops. Secondly, built-in ovens, typically not cord and plug connected, invariably require breaker lockouts to adhere to section 422.31. The installation prevalence of these lockouts fluctuates based on local building codes, enforcement rigor, and contractor practices. The Electrical Safety Foundation International (SV) study in 2019 indicated a notable gap, with only a third of homes equipped with breaker lockouts for cooktops and ovens, underscoring the imperative for broader adoption. Breaker lockouts furnish significant safety dividends. 1. They avert accidental disconnections, safeguarding against appliance malfunctions or fire hazards stemming from unintended circuit breaker trips. 2. They curtail the risk of shock and electrocution during appliance servicing or repairs by ensuring complete power isolation. 3. Compliance with code requirements in many jurisdictions mandates breaker lockouts for fixed appliances like cooktops and built-in ovens. Let's consider a typical scenario. A homeowner is installing a new cooktop and built-in oven in their kitchen. The cooktop is a model that can be either hardwired or connected via cord and plug, while the oven is designed for hardwired installation only. According to section 422.31 of the NEC, both appliances require a disconnecting means. For the hardwired oven, a breaker lockout is clearly necessary. The homeowner should install a dedicated circuit breaker for the oven and ensure that it can be locked in the off position during maintenance or repairs. For the cooktop, the requirement depends on the chosen connection method. If the homeowner opts for a hardwired connection, a breaker lockout is also required for the cooktop circuit breaker. However, if they use a cord and plug, the code allows for the plug itself to serve as the disconnecting means, provided the drawer is removable, as per section 422.33b. In this case, a breaker lockout is not strictly required, but it's still a good safety practice to install one. The homeowner should also be aware of local building codes, which may have additional requirements beyond the NEC. Some jurisdictions may mandate breaker lockouts for all fixed appliances, regardless of the connection method. It's essential to consult with a qualified electrician to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Furthermore, the homeowner should consider the long-term benefits of installing breaker lockouts. They provide an extra layer of safety and peace of mind, especially when children or other family members are present in the home. They also make it easier to safely service and repair the appliances in the future. In conclusion, while the specific requirements for breaker lockouts may vary depending on the appliance and local codes, the general principle is clear. They are an important safety measure that should be considered for all fixed appliances, including cooktops and built-in ovens. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous, and it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. Now let's delve deeper into the technical aspects of breaker lockouts and their installation. A breaker lockout device typically consists of two main components: a clamp that attaches to the circuit breaker and a lock that secures the clamp in place. The clamp is designed to fit snugly around the breaker, preventing it from being switched on or off. The lock is usually a padlock or a similar type of locking mechanism. To install a breaker lockout, first turn off the circuit breaker. Secondly, attach the clamp to the breaker, ensuring that it is securely fastened. Thirdly, insert the lock through the clamp, preventing it from being removed. Finally, test the lockout to ensure that the breaker cannot be switched on. There are several different types of breaker lockout devices available, each designed for specific types of circuit breakers. It's important to choose the right type of lockout for your breaker to ensure a secure fit. Some lockouts are designed for standard single-pole breakers, while others are designed for multi-pole breakers or breakers with special features. In addition to the mechanical aspects of breaker lockouts, it's also important to consider the electrical aspects. When working with electrical circuits, it's always essential to follow proper safety procedures. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, such as gloves and eye protection, and using insulated tools. It's also important to double check that the circuit is de-energized before starting any work. Use a voltage tester to verify that there is no voltage present on the circuit. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it's best to hire a qualified electrician to install the breaker lockouts for you. They will have the knowledge and experience to do the job safely and correctly. Finally, it's important to remember that breaker lockouts are not a substitute for proper electrical safety practices. They are simply one tool that can be used to help prevent accidents. Always follow safe work procedures and use common sense when working with electricity. The National Electrical Code, NEC, provides detailed guidelines on electrical safety and the installation of electrical equipment. It's a valuable resource for anyone working with electricity, whether you're a homeowner, a contractor, or an electrician. The NEC is updated every 3 years, so it's important to stay current with the latest edition. You can purchase a copy of the NEC from the National Fire Protection Association, NFPA, or from other online retailers. You can also find information about the NEC on the NFPA website. By following the guidelines in the NEC and using proper safety practices, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and ensure a safe electrical environment. Furthermore, it is also important to properly label the circuits for cooktops and ovens. This helps in future maintenance and troubleshooting. Clear labeling prevents accidental switching off of the circuit when it is needed and also ensures that the right circuit is locked out during servicing. It also helps other people in the household understand which breaker controls each appliance. Labels should be clear, concise, and permanently affixed to the breaker box. For example, you can label a breaker as cooktop or oven. You can also include the voltage and amperage of the circuit on the label. In addition to labeling the circuits, it's also a good idea to keep a record of the electrical system in your home. This record should include a diagram of the electrical circuits, a list of the circuit breakers, and information about the appliances and equipment that are connected to each circuit. This record can be helpful for troubleshooting electrical problems and for planning future electrical work. You can keep this record in a notebook or on a computer. It is also a good idea to share this record with other members of your household. Proper maintenance of electrical systems is also critical for safety. Regularly inspect the wiring, outlets, and appliances for any signs of damage or wear. Replace any damaged or worn components immediately. Also, make sure that all electrical connections are tight and secure. Loose connections can cause overheating and electrical fires. It is also a good idea to have your electrical system inspected by a qualified electrician every few years. They can identify any potential problems and make recommendations for repairs or upgrades. By following these tips, you can help to ensure the safety and reliability of the electrical system in your home. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility.